Hello, my name is Amanda, and this is my YouTube channel. So, hello. If I've been actually talking about making this YouTube channel for a while, so if you're somebody that has been like following me on another platform and you've like heard me say it probably like 1,000 times and haven't done it, and you're like, where is it? And then I'm like, oh hey guys, I did it, and then I still didn't do it. It's still not posted. Well, here it is. And I've actually just been feeling very called to make the video like literally all the time, and especially recently anyways, I've had some really beautiful messages come in that were just kind of like, okay, so I wasn't expecting to make a video tonight. I definitely thought it was gonna have like better lighting and I was gonna be in nature and like da da da, you know, but just like a way that I would like to present myself. But hey, this is it. They're like, use your voice right now. And they, I mean, are my guides. So that is what this channel is going to be about. Actually, it's gonna be about like my spiritual awakening and other people that are going through it as well, and a place to share, a platform to share, I suppose. And if not, then you just like listen to me, or maybe not listen to me, it doesn't matter. But yeah, and it'll be like my own kind of journal where I can talk about my experiences when I maybe just don't journal them, because I'm a writer sometimes, but I'm like not always into writing, so yeah. At least not currently. Anyways, so yeah, that's what this channel is going to be about. I'll talk about one really neat experience anyways that I just had recently, and why I'm feeling more called to share, because I've always actually had kind of like insecurities, I guess, around my throat chakra, and it's been like since I was like a child or whatever, and I thought I worked through all of them until I started working on my chakras, and then like explosion, like all this shit. My throat chakra probably being one of my most blocked chakras. Like the other ones flow pretty easily, like all that stuff, but this one I'm constantly working with. And anyways, I was taking a bath yesterday actually, and I've never, so my like speaking to my guides and beings in other realms and just different frequencies and different types of consciousness, communicating with them, I'm like, it's like learning how to do anything in this world, playing a piano, playing a guitar, like learning a language. You know, you have to like, you just have to get to know it, really. You have to get to know the chords, the notes, like all this stuff. You have to get to know it, right? And that's kind of like it is when you're communicating with guides and frequencies and different consciousness, is that you're attuning your frequency to match theirs, that so that you're more receptive to it. So that's been happening. And you hold on, I'm just gonna show you the moon real quick because it's fucking beautiful. Can I switch? I've like never used my video camera. Okay, you know what, never mind. Wow. Okay, I don't know if I can switch it on an iPhone or not, but anyways, so yeah, you have to fine-tune your energy to match that frequency. Well, anyways, I had connected with the earth before, Mother Gaia. Like I was outside meditating and I just tuned in, and originally what she told me is how you take care of me is to take care of yourself, and to spread the message of how to take care of her and how to take care of yourself, and to help be a part of the movement of changing the way that we think, you know. Most of our society thinks, and that way the earth can be taken care of, the planet can be better, everything in general, so can be taken care of better. And yeah, and my voice feels so small, like it just feels very, very small, but I know there's so many people talking about this, so I'm like, it's really not that small. And anyways, when I was in the bath, I got, for the first time, I've had it similar to this, but this time it was like very like kind of like an iMessage, like you got a message, you know, like ding. So I was like, okay, time to tune in, and that's exactly what I did. I tuned in. I started, first I called upon the Archangel Michael in particular, and I asked for his protection, and he always comes in differently with his with his light of protection. And this time he came in through the root of my crown. Oh yeah, he came in through the root of my crown, like full blown light, and then the light like rippled through my like centers all the way down to my heart, and then it flooded the rest of my body, came out of my root chakra, it did flood into my legs too, but it came out of my root chakra, and then the light like came up like a kind of like a snake, I suppose, or a tunnel or a tube or whatever, like through my mouth and like straight back down and through my system. It was quite interesting. It never came in that like intense. And then here I just closing my eyes and I start seeing, oh yeah, I just started seeing the park that I live by, and just everything around it, the surroundings, all that, the grass, into the roots, and then up into the sky, into the clouds, and then back down into the roots. And then as it was in the roots, it was showing me all the bugs, and it was going deeper and deeper and deeper until it hit the bottom of the roots and the bottom of the ocean, and there was like water spinning within the roots of the ocean. And then it came up as a tornado, a water tornado, and then there was a flood. Everywhere was just flooded, and dry land was having tornadoes, and animals were being killed, and a bunch of stuff was just happening. I was being showed so many images at once, and then she brought me to like a beautiful tropical area where it was a waterfall and a pond, like a little mini nature's pool, right? So and I was sitting in the middle of it, and as I was sitting in the middle of it, I was just like basking in light, and the light like started stirring up in the water and then exploded all through me from my toes upwards and through the sky, blasting fully, like surrounding, like flooding the entire world. So I was actually thinking about the name Earthly Light just because for me that resonates. I don't know, it just does. And so that I felt like that was a confirmation, and I don't know exactly what the message meant just yet. Oh, but she did tell me that don't be afraid to share. Please share. You flow beautifully. You are deeply connected to me. Whenever that was happening in the water. So when I was like, okay, so like Mama Gaia is literally telling me to speak as well. And then today I'm like writing an Instagram fucking post like da da da, and then it erases randomly, and I'm like, are you serious? Like I just took forever to write this, and I heard tune in, so it's exactly what I did. And then I heard use your voice, and it went into like another meditation. So yeah, so here I am talking about my spiritual awakening. Let's talk about spiritual awakenings in general. So whenever you first start like attuning yourself to energy, vibration, frequency, and like working with these, everything in your reality kind of starts to shift. I wasn't originally working with these, I knew that I was working with energy, frequency, vibration, like I was, and like not to the extent that I am now, and didn't realize to the extent that I would be as well. Like immediately working with the archangels, I'm like bringing in the ascendant masters, and like the first one that ever came in immediately, like, well, okay, yeah, and we'll go into that later. Okay, yeah, the first one that ever came in was Yeshua, Jesus Christ, Sananda. So he came in during a meditation with the Arcturians, and this was like he came in and he flooded my heart with his like heart, like we were connecting at our soul. It was like this energetic portal of light that was just connecting us, and my mouth's getting a little dry. And we were connecting, and I felt so liberated, so empowered, and that was like the first time that I connected with him, and now I've been connecting with him more often than not. And I've been reading the Sophia Code more often than not. That sounds, well, I feel like he's always here, like he's just always here. So anyways, I've been reading the Sophia Code, and that is mind-blowingly. So if you haven't heard of the Sophia Code, it is channeled messages into a book. It's just like the most potent transmission I have ever experienced, honestly. And as I'm reading this book, I'm starting to call in these ascendant masters, and they're not the clearest, but they do come in, and they come in at such random times where I'm like, oh, hello, like, wow. Yeah, so it's a beautiful world. Like, this world is absolutely insane. At the beginning of my spiritual awakening, this didn't happen that long ago, maybe like 2-3 months ago. I wasn't trying to have a spiritual awakening. I was just trying to be mindful, practicing mindfulness, like trying to just attune myself with living through my heart space. And once I started working on my chakras, and like really working on my chakras, like whenever I felt called to, like I was reading The Wells of Life by Anadea Judith, and that's where it started. So I started with the root chakra and fine-tuning the root chakra, connecting with like the earth, and grounding myself and working out the imbalances, and then moving up to my sacral and my solar plexus and my heart. And as I was doing this and doing chakra yoga, as I was working on each chakra and just tuning into which one I felt called to work with, at each time I would just spend as much time as the chakra was telling me to spend. So just listening intuitively. And as this was happening, I didn't realize that I was like raising my kundalini up for Shakti or Shiva to meet Shakti. And then it happened one day, and I had a kundalini awakening, and it was very, very intense, actually. Like, I was scaring my mom because I was feeling like light come in, and I was just like staring up in the sky, like, I feel you, angels, like I feel you, like I know you're here. And she was like, what the fuck, like, what is she doing? Because I would do it when she wasn't around. Like, that's when I would be able to just like tune myself in fully. And when she'd walk in the room, I'd be like, just like, okay, just like off in another world. And you know, like very typical. I feel like everyone's kundalini experience is different, but mine was like, I couldn't sleep. I had so much aches in my spine. I had to like consistently be moving my body. I would literally get up out of bed like multiple times a night and start dancing my spine out to move the energy around and circulate it. I was having past life flashbacks, and I'm still having past life flashbacks, but the beginning was super, super intense. And now I'm just learning how to work with it and learning how to tune myself to these frequencies and tapping into my divine nature, and understanding that I am another way source views itself, experiences itself, expresses itself. I'm a lens for source. You are a lens for source. We literally all are, and we're all fully capable of this. Like, I really dislike the word special or I don't know, just higher or lower, or there's so many definitions that hold us back when we're all so divine and so magical and like fully capable. So yeah, you know, I don't know, I'm gonna talk about what I was gonna post in my Instagram message because I feel like it's kind of important, and this is self-acceptance and embracing yourself and listening to yourself intuitively. Because it was a post, I forgot exactly what it said, but it was basically talking about how what was it? Well, anyways, my message is that to listen to yourself intuitively, to not judge yourself. Like, if you feel like being lazy and not making your bed today, then do that. Be lazy, don't make your bed. Or if you feel like being really productive or you're feeling creative, then do that. Don't let the fear, just accept yourself in all phases and all stages. Don't let procrastination or distractions or the fear of failing stop you from moving forward. Just listen to your body, act on impulses, and life will be so much more exciting. So I feel like that is just a message that most people need to hear, because we're always getting distracted. You'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, or I have this idea, and you can have the most brilliant idea, and we can talk about like the realm of ideas and the energy that ideas are located is actually beautiful. Like the thought plane, I guess. I don't really exactly know what to call it in this moment, but maybe it'll come to me later. Yeah, so like these ideas, they're like floating around in energy in like the field of consciousness or something. And if you may receive an idea, and if you don't act on it and you just kind of let it go, someone else is going to receive that idea and they may act on it. And if they don't, someone else is going to receive the idea and they will act on it, and the idea will be burst into reality. That's why you hear like, I had that idea. Like some people say that. Because, yeah, they totally probably did. People are always like, yeah, you're crazy, or maybe you did, I don't know. But, yeah. So, I mean, it's getting dark. I should probably let it go. But I guess this is like an introduction to myself, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I just want to talk about cool shit. I talk about spiritual shit and scientific shit that we're discovering now about spirituality. That's why I love Dr. Joe Dispenza so fucking much, is because he is just cracking the codes, man. He's letting everybody know what is happening. That this mysticism and the things that have shamans have been experiencing, and people talking about ETs and fairies and angels and connecting to our child self and our older self and being multidimensional, and like all this stuff is real. It's 100% real, and he's like proving that through energy, frequency, and vibration. It's the most beautiful fucking thing. I'm just ecstatic about his work. Yeah, so there's like a gist of who I am as of right now. So yeah, well, anyways, thank you for watching if you're watching, and yeah, this is gonna be kind of cool. Starting a YouTube channel is gonna be really cool, because I'm just gonna be able to look back at myself throughout years, and I'll probably never delete a video, and if I do, maybe there's like an archive on this thing that I could just archive it. I can just watch my life grow through this thing, you know, through this little phone. I have so many plans. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. But I hope you liked this video, and I hope you got something from it. And if I guess if you're watching this and you're curious about something, please message me on Instagram or Snapchat or on here, and I'll leave those in the description. And maybe nobody watches this, I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, so bye, thank you.